Today we had a chance to speak to Alex Chamwada, a veteran journalist and the CEO of Chams Media.
An independent content creator. I own a company called Chams Media Limited, and through this company we create content. Some content goes on air. For example, we have 2 shows that air on KTN News Channel. So KTN News Channel is our broadcasting partner. We have Daring Abroad, series that features Kenyans living and working abroad, including returnees. Then we have the Chamwada Report, which focuses on development content mainly. So I'm self-employed and I've employed others, about 10 people, and I work with several other freelancers. So, but apart from the content that goes on air on KTN, we have lots and lots of opportunities to create content that does not necessarily go on air. For example, an organization could contract us to produce an in-house documentary, produce raw material for them. How they'll use is upon them. Content creation. The newsroom is a good place to begin if you want to grow in journalism, and for me, TV production, which was my specialization. You get to understand the trade, you get to understand the rules, you get to network, you get exposure, you get visibility, you build your name. So I built my brand name by being in the newsroom, and I've worked for various organizations including KBC, KTN News Channel, and Citizen. Citizen was my last employer. That is under Royal Media Services, and I resigned in 2014. I was bored. After working in radio and TV for about 20 years, I felt I was not growing, because typically or ordinarily in the newsrooms in Kenya, what makes news is sensation, it's drama, it's politics, and for how long can one do that without getting the opportunity to really tell other stories that happen around, and stories that give you the room to practice better, to produce content. When it goes on air, you feel, yes, this is thorough. So the day-to-day running around of news, just short news clips, for me it was no longer fulfilling. I wanted my own show. But you see, the shows on TV are political shows, but I didn't want to do a political show. I'm not a good anchor to say I want to anchor a political show, a live political show. I'm good at production, and I wanted pre-produced or programs that are produced, and you get space, you get time to air, but many newsrooms would not give me the airtime. Except when KTN News Channel began, is when they believed in my content, and I began going on air. So I wanted growth, and I could not see that growth inside the newsroom. Well, people have their choices. There are some who can't make it outside, which is true. I mean, they can only make it in an environment that gives them what they would term as security, and there's a team there, and there are procedures, so you are like sort of protected, you are sure, and you are assured a salary at the end of every month. It's not easy for those who are outside, like those who prefer to go do freelancing or independent work like what I do. If you are not organized, if you didn't have networks, if you don't have vision, you are not likely to survive outside easily. But it's a balance. There are those who just quit and make it. It's how consistent you will be, how hardworking your networks, and be creative. Bring to the market what can sell, what nobody else has. And I think it just depends. I don't think I can say it's okay to leave your newsroom, go out, you'll do well, or remain in the newsroom, it's better. It's individual. It's just upon you. What do you want, and can you survive outside? Can you survive in the newsroom? The choice is yours. I can cite networks. My networks come in really handy. Second, my brand name. Without blowing too much my trumpets, I think I'd really created a name while I was in the newsroom, so people know me. So it's easy to find your way around. It's easy to get sponsors. It's relatively easy to get partners. And Mark, as I had indicated to you earlier, it's not just about the money or the pay. Sometimes you're able to survive or have your way outside as an independent content creator through partnerships that come in not necessarily by support in cash, but there are many ways in terms of supporting, facilitating production. It could be in terms of transport and so on. And apart from my shows on air, I'm able to earn from consultancy fees that I charge for various jobs. For example, I MC, I'm a good MC, so I'm paid for MCing. I do communication strategies for politicians, for NGOs, for corporate organizations. So I'm a communication consultant above creating content for TV. And I can't imagine even how I managed, but I never wanted to go back to the newsroom. My vision was intact and I believed in myself and I said it will happen. I knew going back is like just going back several steps back, as it sounds. So I knew it's a matter of time. I'll have it rough, but it will happen, and for sure it happened. Yeah, it's good. It gives opportunity to many who may not have the opportunity to serve in mainstream media. You can practice yourself, you can publish yourself, you can create content, you can earn money from your content. Remember, what matters is consistency and your product. Position your product. How unique is it? If you are good, people will look for you. To remain relevant, position yourself. Let people know you for something. There are many things people do, but you don't stand out. Nobody knows you for anything. And there are many things we do, especially in the newsroom, that with time. You may do a top story today, but who remembers it after 1 week? But you may do something out of the ordinary that someone remembers a year on, something that lives on. If you go that route, position yourself, be different, be consistent, be truthful to yourself, and be honest, be a professional. You'll make it.
This is Mobile Journalism Africa, and our stories are best told by us.